My name has been always Xavier.
Cool. You're still going second.
You know how I wouldn't be going second?
Do not do double A's.
Well, yeah, just double A's. Well, actually, double A's do give you first. So
Well, actually, Subvergers, my middle name, my first name is actually.
So,
well, technically
what's
you'd be
up,
closer
guys?
to the back because technically starts with a W, so you'd be closer to the end of the list.
No, just A.
That's a perfectly acceptable name, and Zeno can't say anything because on the list your name is first.
I mean, I
Zeno
don't
says,
care who goes
"Alright,
first.
then you know I'm joking. I'm gonna change it because I wanna go anyway."
I just chose Bandar because it sounded cool.
No, you totally knew about this system that we use that you didn't even, experience because you've not been on the server for. You totally knew about that.
I genuinely didn't.
He's being
You
sarcastic.
totally did.
Fish, you must know he's being sarcastic.
I'm never
Oh, that he's being
sarcastic.
sarcastic, or that he
I'm
was.
I'm never being sarcastic. I've always been truthful all my life.
Shut up.
I actually have a genuine disorder that doesn't let me discern sarcasm from real life.
I was gonna make a joke, but I would
Are you a
feel bad.
kleptomaniac because you take everything seriously?
Okay, that one got a laugh out of me.
I guess he's gonna make the joke.
Yeah, I can make boomers laugh. My favorite.
I was actually just called a boomer.
Nah, the real boomer here is Zeno and Dana.
Yeah, I know.
Like, technically, I'm a millennial, but I feel like a boomer.
Filthy boomers.
Well, no, here's the thing. I admit my tastes are a little bit older, but it didn't really hit me when my tastes in television were hit.
Oh, by the way, Dana, you're also a boomer because you typed in a period and then capital LOL and then an exclamation point.
Yeah, because sentencing.
Because I have to
Also,
have
you guys are about to
proper
get your
English.
look at Bandar's best stats, so be warned.
Cool. I got an 18 in both Constitution and Dexterity. I'm fast and get poked.
Yeah, I'm weird. Bandar's weird, surprising.
Oh wow. No one would have guessed.
Well, no, surprisingly. Well, actually, not really surprisingly, I guess. He's a strong boy, but he's not exactly like. I mean, he's a dex boy. He's just a weird character all around.
Mm-hmm. Most clerics are.
Yeah, and he's a trickery domain cleric, so I made him a little bit less of a tank.
Yes, I shall be big boy tank. I shall slashy all the things for you guys.
I'm honestly just here because he's just pure chaotic energy.
Epic. Epic.
I'm not even joking. Zeno knows what I'm talking about. This character, so much pure chaotic energy.
Big chaotic energy from this one.
Epic.
You don't even know, bro. I have been keeping my mouth shut about my cleric boy.
Epic.
But trust me, once you hear the first words that come out of his mouth, you will know.
Ah, yes. I forgot that you always do accents for your characters. It's
Yes. And
Should I
you
be
don't
worried?
even know, bro. because this is a dwarf.
If you're not Scottish, then you're not a dwarf. You're just a short human.
Be
All right, so I think it's time we get started. And Xavier just leaves as soon as I say let's get started. Fine, I see how it is.
He's gotta take a call, dude.
I'm just kidding.
Stop vomiting.
But anyway, I'm excited. Let's get started. Top of the alphabetical order is Adora, so we're going to introduce you first. All right?
This is gonna be a long intro because he doesn't have a mic.
I hate life. My existence.
Epic.
Pain.
All right. So if all of you could do me the kindness of opening up this map of the city I've posted, it might be a little bit tiny, but if you click Open Original, you'll be able to see it in all of its glory.
Epic.
I got it.
Okay, so Adora, we are actually starting you off at the very bottom of the map, at the gates of Rex City. So let me pull up my notes here. Sorry about the delay. Like, I'm so ready that I'm not ready.
I'm looking at this map,
How does that work?
and if I see things correctly, Sweet Rose Tavern is huge.
One more time?
Sweet Rose Tavern is huge.
Yes, it is massive.
Expect to fight.
I mean, it's not nearly as huge as Soto's Guild Hall, but that's because the Guild Hall is like a strip mall. It's like 20 stores and like locations all in one building.
But yeah, can we just talk about like the biggest building in the place? The Copper Moon Inn. I mean, can we even explore all of that?
Oh, I see what you...
All right, so Adora, you are at the gates of Rex City. It is currently 120 degrees Fahrenheit, or I don't know, 5 degrees Celsius. I don't speak not American. But yeah, it's 120 degrees Fahrenheit. It is 0% humidity. All of you, by the way, had your rations deleted from your inventories. You had to eat them on your previous questing. So you are all tired, hot, hungry. Any sweat your body does produce immediately evaporates, and you have no food. So Adora, you are slogging through the gates as the doors open for merchants with their horses. And their horses, which are normally pretty quick on their feet, are slower than you are because of the heat. It is brutal. And as you're walking through, you just want anything to quench your thirst. And as you're walking past just lines of hot, dying, starving peasants, weekly fighting over scraps of bread, you see the Copper Moon Inn on your left. And you're so hot, you're so thirsty, it practically glows with angelic energy. You go in. Okay. So, as you enter, let me pull up a post of the tavern. So, as soon as you walk inside, despite the fact that there are lit flaming lanterns everywhere, you notice that the tavern is cool. Like, it is a cool 65 degrees inside. There must be magic afoot because it is half the temperature that it is outside. And this may or may not actually be a Skyrim map. I don't actually know.
It isn't. It's too high res.
Don't insult Skyrim, you filthy Imperial.
I'm not insulting it. I'm stating facts. That it's too high res and there also isn't a barrel in any Skyrim.
Now, Adora, you've been here many times before, and you see the bartender's skinny mark. And I hope that link posts as intended. It's kind of a long... But yes, this is your, the long-suffering, long-time barmaid. She greets you with a smile and waves you over to the counter. Of course, dear. Let me bring you the menu. Let's see. Well, the strongest thing we have is Vito wine, but that's currently sold out at the moment. The strongest thing we have below that is the cherry vodka. Only 5 silver pieces. I know you're good for it. Alright, as you go and sit down and pout, you look out over the tavern and you see there are a handful of other patrons in the bar with you. The two girls, the one with the bow and the halfling with the axe, are both sitting together at their own table, laughing and drinking. The man is in one corner, and the woman with the scar is in the other. And you see that the woman, is in the corner sitting next to the door to the basement level.
Haha, you have no money.
Would you like to talk to any of them? Nope, you just sit and pound. Okay, next, so while you're sitting on your own in the corner by the door, Bandar comes into the tavern, into the Copper Moon Inn. What do you do, Bandar?
Well,
Oh God.
the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk in. I'm just gonna be like, I just raise my arm and go, I'm back.
One minute. You walk in and say, I'm back!
And then he also heads up to the bar and goes like, and he looks over at the bartender and goes like, what you got?
Well, knowing you, you're after the wine, but unfortunately, the last time you were here, you drank us dry, so now we're out of Vito wine. Perhaps if you're willing to try something new, I could interest you in some cherry vodka.
Well, anything else on menu? You got any cheese?
Oh my god. We have some sauerkraut and cheese, only 3 silver pieces.
I put down a gold piece and say, make it a double.
Alright, she'll pull out a plate of some ice cold sauerkraut layered with shredded cheese. And she goes, maybe you should try something more your speed, like worm stew.
Thank you. And so basically, I layered the sauerkraut's layered with cheese, right?
Yes, sir.
You got any crackers?
I'm sure I could find some. She'll walk out and walk back with some saltines and crumble it over your sauerkraut.
Thank you. And so basically, I just crush up the saltines on top of the cheese and the sauerkraut, and I just start going to town, man.
For anyone who doesn't know what sauerkraut is, I've posted an image of it. It's cabbage and salt and vinegar.
Oh no.
So
With
you've got
cheese and now saltines, so it's like a mini salad.
exactly. Did you just shout boo loudly?
What you looking at?
Bandar, you're eating one of the most bizarre culinary dishes you've ever had. It's sour, it's sharp from the cheddar, it's way too salty, and now it's even more salty because of the crackers. It's almost unpalatable, but strangely satisfying.
I've had worse. So I just sort of like lick my lips a little bit, and I look and you got any vodka?
We have cherry vodka.
3 shots of that.
I'm sorry, did you just ask for a sack of vodka?
Shot.
Okay. A shot of vodka,
3.
5 silver
Line 'em
pieces.
up.
You say line them up? How many are you ordering? They're 5 silver apiece.
3.
Alright, so that's one gold and 5 silver in total. And she'll pour you 3 shots of cherry vodka.
I hand over 2 gold.
Well, thank you, kind sir. You've always been such a good tipper. I swear, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were nobility.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
Alright, she lines up 3 shots of cherry vodka. Are you going to slam them down all at once?
He's going to taste one and then slam the other 2.
They taste like liquid candy, like as if someone melted some Jolly Ranchers down and added a splash of alcohol. It's actually, it goes down really, really smooth. And 3 shots of vodka is nowhere near enough to even make an experienced drinker such as yourself tipsy. So you are still as level-headed as you ever get.
After 3, I just give out a large, oh, yeah, and go back to my sauerkraut.
While you were doing that, Gregor, the human fighty boy, walks into the Copper Moon Inn. What do you do, sir?
It's so hot outside. Why do I wear so many clothes? I walk over to the bar. How much feed and water do I get from the horse feed and water? Also, what type of feed?
It's corn feed. It's enough to last the horse for the night. It's not meant to feed them for weeks or anything.
Okay, I'll take 10 of those. I place a gold down on the counter.
All right. She'll hand you 10 small prepackaged sacks of feed. Each one is a day's meal for a horse.
Okay, I take one of the sacks and I start eating it, and I put the other 9 in my backpack.
Oh, okay. The cornmeal actually doesn't taste half bad if you mix it with water and sugar and turn it into oatmeal. It's basically oatmeal.
I'll just eat this plain. Thanks. I chomp down on some.
It's not very tasty, and in fact, it's the definition of bland, but it's very thick, it's very rich, and it's very filling. You finish half of the bag, intended for a horse, mind you, before you literally cannot fit anything else in your mouth.
I put the rest of the bag in my backpack and I go to Bandar. Hi, can I sit here? I slump down on the table before you.
Bander, how do you respond to this random stranger sitting next to you abruptly?
I've moved my sauerkraut a little. I scoot over a little bit to give myself and him more room as I still go down on the sauerkraut and, maybe have a bit more vodka.
All right, this sauerkraut with cheese and crackers is so salty. You finished your glass of vodka, and you're still thirsty.
Can I take out my jug?
If you have a jug of wine on your person, you absolutely can.
No, I mean the jug.
You want to buy the entire 1 gallon jug.
No, I mean the jug that I have on my person. The alchemy jug.
Oh, sure.
So yeah, I just bring that out, open one of the corks, and just drink some water.
The water quenches your thirst much better than the alcohol does, but it's bland and it completely cleans your palate of any lingering flavors that you had from the wine or the food.
Well, I'm stuck with water for the one day, so might as well just sit back and enjoy how pleasant that sauerkraut was.
Gregor, this man seems just unusually into all that sauerkraut. Do you respond?
If you're a little thirsty or hungry, I have some food that you might enjoy. It's very bland.
What you got?
I grab a handful of the corn feed and just offer it to his head.
What is this, corn?
It's feed for horses.
Perfect. I can use it to feed cheddar.
Alright, here you go. I just lay it on the
I
table
take
in
the
front of
corn
it.
feed and I put it in a bag.
All right. While you two awkwardly start to make friends, Joseph walks into the Copper Moon Inn. Joseph, what do you say and do?
As I walk in, I'm wearing my casual clothes, kind of just looking about, and I take a seat at the bar and I go, "Good day, ma'am. What do you have to drink and eat?"
She will hand you the menu.
I take a look at the menu.
All right, so I've posted again so that you can take a look at it. What can I get for you, sir?
Yeah, these names. Fermented meatloaf sounds more appetizing than the rest of the shit, so Joseph looks at the fermented meatloaf and goes, "I'll take that in hot apple cider, please."
All right, as you pay the woman your food, she'll hand you your drinks and your meatloaf, and you can immediately tell that this meatloaf has been slow cooked in a pressure cooker and continuously bathed in sauces and broth to keep it moist. So Like, anything cooked this long would normally be incredibly tough and dry, but because it's been bathed in broth, it's actually still quite moist, and it's very tender. Like, you don't need a fork. You can cut it with your finger if you wanted to.
Nice. As I start eating and this and drinking the hot apple cider, I kind of look to the woman and I'm gonna use I'm gonna. I don't think she would know thieves can't, would she?
If you are a rogue, then by the fact that it is your trade, you know thieves can't.
Well, yeah, but I don't think she does she?
She appears to be an ordinary commoner.
Yeah, never mind. So I'll just politely ask her, going, "Do you know any? Do you know any like thieves guild members in town, or possibly some shifty people I could probably meet and talk to?"
Um, uh, she looks like she's beginning to sweat, and she very quickly and firmly says no.
I'm sorry, I just was hoping to gather some information. That's all. So,
Well, you won't find any shifty people around here.
alright, fair enough. Fair enough.
You can see she's starting to profusely sweat now, and her eyes are darting around the corner and staring at the door.
Staring at the what?
There's a door that goes down to the basement, and she's staring at it and sweating.
Joseph's gonna take note of that and kind of just nod, and I'm going to slide her 2 extra gold coins to ease her mind.
She looks at the gold and looks at you, and she's very suspicious, and she pulls out a knife and pokes it before taking it, like almost expecting it to be trapped or explosive.
Yes, you gotta love coin mimics.
Are you saying that in or
Don't
out of
laugh
character?
about those. I actually almost died to a sack full of coin mimics.
I'm saying that out of
Yeah.
character. Yeah, coin mimics they're very scary.
Don't mess with coin mimics.
Oh, fuck my life. Alright, so I'll continue to eat my food until I'm done, and then I'll make my way over to that door.
There's nothing down there. The door is locked. You can't go there.
I'll knock on the door.
You knock on the door.
Yep.
You hear some slight shuffling of a handful of feet, and then silence. There is no response.
Well, clearly they're not going to let me in until I gather enough information to find a way to get in. So, knowing that bit, I'm probably just going to back away from the door and just find a table to keep an eye on it. Maybe learn something. And while I'm at the table, I'm gonna take my bag and open it and out and check on Morgan, my black and white cat.
You have a cat named Morgan?
Yes, Morgana, actually.
I wonder what that could be referencing. Your cat Morgan is actually unusually like tame and docile. The cat is looks exhausted and dehydrated, and it's her normal glossy eyes have kind of lost their luster.
Let's see. I'll say I kept some food and drink for her, and I'll start feeding her.
You have a small portion of water and cat food, which Morgana is going to thirstily lap up, ignoring the food. She's going to drain that bowl of water faster than you thought was possible for a cat with a tiny tongue.
Jesus.
Looking cool, Joseph.
All right, and with that, we are going to. The last member of our party is going to enter as Xavier, the half orc, walks through the door of the Copper Moon Inn. What do you say and do, good sir?
Well, it's lovely seeing you, person, to the bartender. I'd like to. Your cheapest thing to eat.
Well, the cheapest thing to eat around here is the worm stew. It's only 5 copper pieces.
Yeah, but you could get that, but you could also get this. I pull out my half-eaten bag of feed and the small amount of water given with it. See, it's got enough for 2 meals and also has some water.
I'll pass your offer.
Darn.
Worms too. To the bartender, Gino.
I will never understand why. Is it your? Are you moving the phone in it like closer to and then farther away from your face, or is it just the connection?
It's the connection.
Okay, what did you say?
Just let me get the worms too.
All right. She will take 5 of your finest copper pieces and throw you a bowl of worm stew, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's a wooden bowl filled with what smells like chicken broth, and then literal dead earthworms.
Lovely. I start eating.
You know, all things considered, it's not that bad. It tastes almost like. Have you ever eaten tofu? Like it's really spongy.
Please don't compare tofu to worms too, because I'll never eat it again.
It's very soft, it's very spongy, and it's very cold. A lot like tofu.
I think I'm gonna lose my lunch.
And it's also just got an abhorrent amount of salt in a vain attempt to give worm stew some flavor.
Well, I suppose it's lovely.
So you're 99% sure this is edible. It does not taste good, but it is very filling. There are definitely a lot of worms in this bowl.
Okay, let me just go get my food. So be
Did anyone catch that?
Nope.
Xavier, we can't hear you. Alright, Xavier, we're going to have you type for the next little while. And in the meantime, we're going to hop back over to Adora. This place has gone from just a handful of people to very crowded within about 5 or 10 minutes. How do you react? Fascinating. Alright, free reign. Whoever wants to speak can speak.
Alright, so I'm assuming nothing's happened from the door, at least, right?
You've been keeping a sharp eye on the door, and you've seen no motion and heard no sounds.
I'm just gonna look at Morgan and be like, what do you think? Should we do a little recon?
Just to clarify, your cat can't talk.
I know, but I'm expecting like a reaction of something.
Okay. Your cat is going to look at you knowingly and just kind of shrug its shoulders. Your cat still looks a little delirious from the heat and dehydration.
You're probably right. Rest is better than going headfirst into something we can't handle.
All right. Now, while you're examining the room around you, you do show that there is a quest board posted to the wall.
Dice game, you say? Let me look at my character sheet here. Nope. Never mind, I'm not proficient with dice. Maybe I'm thinking of a
Dice
different character.
game, you say? Gregor slumps up to the board, reading over the quests, and he looks at the dice game one to see what it entails.
It's a simple game of standard dice. You roll, everyone at the table throws in 25 gold pieces, and then everybody rolls 3d6. Whoever gets the highest after 3 rounds of rolling gets the entire pot.
Ooh. Gregor picks that off the board and tries to go to whoever.
I get the feeling that's gonna lead to that goddamn door. And I'm gonna be disappointed that I lost that opportunity. I'll probably join in that though, only because I'm very keen on getting more gold.
And Gregor looks at Joseph, eyeing up him and the bounty. You wanna come too?
I'm up for a little game.
Yeah, I wave him over. Come on, let's go.
All right, you see in the corner of the room next to the basement door, you see this man. He is dirty. He is still bleeding from what looks like a previous fight. He's holding a metal pipe in his hands, and he's got a set of dice. Don't you worry about the pipe. It's just for security. My name is Finnegan.
Of course.
Yeah, security's been tight here recently since someone started a bunch of fights a few nights ago. I don't know who, I don't know why, and I don't know why he just kept drinking. He was just weird.
Joseph is gonna immediately be surprised by the fact that a dwarf just appeared out of nowhere behind him.
I lean over to Joseph. Don't mind Bandar.
Well, if it isn't Bandar, last I remember I took all the coin you had. If you want to play, it's 25 gold pieces just to start the pot. Can you sad lumps even pay up?
Okay, so right now I can't. But how about this? I offer you these hand axes. I place both my hand axes down the thing, and my 15 gold. They should come around to around 25 gold worth of value.
Well, hand axes are about 5 gold apiece. I'll accept it. It'll be nice to upgrade from this pipe. It's too bloody to hold anyway.
And it'd be nice to upgrade from these hand axes with that pipe. Well, not really an upgrade, it's just nice to collect.
Poof. Okay,
Well,
Okay.
I do admit I'm a little light today.
Ah, come on. I know you can always seem to come up with the money. why don't you get in touch with whoever it is you get in touch with?
Okay, well, I mean, I don't really have much on me. This was a light day. I just decided to walk in, but, well, I have 22 gold on me, so, he looks over at the, human next to him. Can I have 3 golds?
Is he asking for 3 gold from me?
Is he asking Joseph or Gregor? Or,
Joseph's gonna look at him like, I hardly know you, but for the sake of getting in, and for the sake of making sacrifices, I give him 3 fucking gold, and I look at the man going, I unfortunately don't have 25 gold, but I do have a hand crossbow that costs 75 gold, and some bolts to put into the pie if you're interested.
Well, I think I'll accept that. I can always pawn it off later. But be warned, I don't do change. It's the crossbow or 25 gold.
Well,
no.
to my part, I also have a hand crossbow.
Well, you
That
just
I
threw.
got off some other guy.
Well, you've already thrown 25 gold into the pot, but if you want to add more to it, the more the merrier, my friend.
Yeah, I'm putting my crossbow in because the only thing that would be enough, and it's like extra. That's like 3 games right there.
All right. Anybody else want to join this little soiree? He looks over at the half-orc in the room and goes, You, orc, do you even know how to play dice?
Well, I'm assuming it's a matter of luck. And I don't really care for
Yeah, well, in my religion, it's basically the entire thing. Have fun, get drunk, and do whatever you want.
do you worship Dionysus, perhaps?
Yes.
Good on you. I've had a shoulder.
In fact, this is literally my holy day. I'm actually a cleric of his.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, this is how I celebrate. Most people go to church. I get hammered.
Sounds fun.
All right.
It's more fun that way.
So, I would like everyone to roll 3d6. If you're proficient in dice, you may add your proficiency bonus to your roll.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Unfortunately, I thought I
To my
was,
total or to each dice?
To the total.
Alright.
I'm proficient in playing cards. Dang it.
Wow! Are you fucking serious with that shit?
Better luck next time. I pat Joseph's shoulders as seeing his 1, 1, and 6.
Did we even reveal the dice? Because if I have an opportunity, sleight of fucking hand.
The dice are rolled in the table in plain view, specifically to prohibit cheating such as that. The highest roll goes to Gregor, so you win round 1.
He does a little fist bump in the air.
Alright, round 2. So the first to win 2 rounds wins.
God damn, that +3 is going to be the bane of me.
Double 6s? Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, dude. What are you rolling?
I mean, I, as the dungeon master, am just rolling straight, so blame Maverick. Alright, and then, Bandar, what did you get? You got a 6 total?
Yep.
At least I didn't come in last this time.
Well, Joseph, what did you get? You got a 14?
Yeah.
And who am I missing? Gregor, where are you? 15.
You got 15.
Alright, so even though Gregor won the last time, this round goes to the man himself, Finnegan Grefkibs.
All right.
His name is cool.
Oh, this is getting interesting.
All right. So just if I remember it, is it 2 out of 3 or
2 out of 3.
All right.
Well, since
Or
we
you end up in the trash, man.
I don't roll low for the sake of my stuff. Roll low.
Oh,
Thank
come
you.
on.
Now that round was just disappointing all around.
Fucking anyone's game right now.
All right. Point to Joseph.
Alright, so did Joseph win that round?
Yep.
Yep, with a 10.
It's a pipe, not a club.
Well, let's see. After 3 rounds, there's no clear victor, so we're just gonna roll until someone gets 2 victories. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Bring it on.
Ah, Gregory's got this. Oh, there's a fucking tie!
Well, who does it go to? I mean, me and him got the same.
Alright, well, let's see who takes the victory. Gregor, Bandar, sudden death. Both of you re-roll. Whichever of the two of you gets the highest takes the win.
Yeah, I can't beat that. He won.
Yeah,
You
you literally
cannot.
can't beat it.
I genuinely can't beat that.
You actually could if you get 3 sixes.
No, I can't. The +3, that literally totals out to 3 6s. You genuinely beat me.
He is
I
correct.
will-
For
Like
pity
I
to
won
see
the
if I could
hunt.
actually tie it up again, but dang.
Alright, Gregor, that makes 2 victories for you. So you win.
I take my gold back, the other 50 gold in the pot, the 2 hand axes, and I give the crossbow and 20 bolts back to Joseph. I feel kind of mean just taking this, so have it.
Thank you. Well, I would be lost without this, actually.
Well, that was a good game. It's not often that luck doesn't smile upon me. Maybe the gods are smiling upon you today.
Eh. It's just a game of luck. And, yeah. Generally,
I'm much better with cards.
Sorry, friend, I've got none of them and I'm all out of cash. Well, you children have fun.
I'm older than you. Dwarf years.
If you say so. He's going to throw his pipe over his shoulder and walk out the door.
Before he leaves, Joseph says thieves can't. Any jobs of interest for a wandering thief?
He will whisper back, "The thieves don't speak to those who haven't proven themselves."
Where could one prove himself?
You'll know it when you've done it.
Fair enough.
The thieves are always watching. And then he walks out the door.
Alright, what other
So
jobs were
since you
there?
won, you paying for the round?
Round of what?
Booze.
I don't drink. But I'd be happy to pay for something cheap for you.
Well, just get me what's ever cheap and gets you nice and down real quick.
Bartender, I would like to get 4 shots of the cherry vodka for my friend over here. I sat down 2 gold on the counter.
All right. She is going to line them up and pour them in and say, we're running a little low on booze. Could one of you gentlemen run on over to the to Soto's Guild Hall and pick me up some more beer?
Sure. Is that the 10 gold manatee thing?
Yes, I'll give you 10 gold on top of however much it costs to purchase the wine. It just got busy in here, and I don't want to run out, and I can't afford to leave this place unattended. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You're making the right call.
Well, I can go do that for you real quick.
And I also down all the shots.
You are now slightly tipsy.
After 7 shots of vodka, they slightly tips.
That is correct. He is a professional alcoholic.
I'm a cleric of Dionysus. I've turned drinking into an actual job.
We're not even in con-save territories yet. The rest of you would be.
Okay. So I go over to the guild.
All right. So it is a bit of a walk over to the guild hall. You have to walk past the poor district. You have to take a detour over this massive scorch mark on the ground where a red dragon had previously burned down whatever was previously there. And the guild hall is massive. And there are dozens of people running in all directions. Like it's almost like difficult to move about without getting knocked into.
Hello? I need to pick up some beer for the Copper Moon Inn.
Somebody shoulder checks you and goes, "Hey, move with the purpose or get out." If you want Soto, he's in the back.
Okay. I tried to move to the back.
All right. So as you shoulder check your way through this crowd of people, a few dozen quickly turns into 100 as merchants, civilians, and adventurers are all just competing for a very narrow hallway space. You see that within this guild hall, there's a handful of merchants, should you be so inclined. There is a Arthur Wrenchgrasp the Tinkerer. There is Mercantile, Byron Pursebane, Bodkin Arrowstrider, and Maurice Hencock. If you ever want to come back and do some shopping, this is the place to do shopping. It's basically an indoor strip mall. But you eventually make your way to Soto. You see he's in his office, face down on the desk, gripping an empty bottle of rum and just groaning in pain.
Hello, sir? I'm here to pick up some beer for the Copper Moon Inn.
It's in the closet. Just take it and leave the money on the counter.
Yes, sir. I put the allotted amount of money and go pick up the beer and go back.
You see the long-suffering and very young guildmaster just starts crying into his desk as you pick up a very large, many gallon barrel that is almost as heavy as you are and walk that back.
Hopefully I don't drop this through the aisles.
I would like you to make an acrobatics check to make it through the swarms of people without getting knocked over and dropping the barrel.
Oh. Acrobatics, right? Oh, that's a bad roll.
You would swear he almost did it deliberately. The way he elbow checked you in the back of the head, you tumble forward, and the barrel starts to roll through the hallway. People don't even bother to walk around it. They just kick it out of their own way and send it down another hall.
Crap, 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 crap. I try to chase after the barrel.
Make an acrobatics check to dive through people without getting knocked to the ground again.
Why do I keep getting these shitty rolls?
Again, you could swear this was on purpose, the way you get elbowed in the back of the head, but luckily you fall on top of the barrel and it mercifully stops rolling away.
Thank goodness. Let's try to be smart about this. I want to walk on, like, the line of the shops instead of in the middle.
You notice it is substantially easier to walk outside of the main hallway, and you're able to inch your way past and leave this packed building. As you exit the guild hall holding some relatively high-quality ale, you attract a lot of eyes from less than savory people. I'd like you to make a perception check for me.
Why does this keep happening? I have contracted Joseph's rolls.
Thank you.
I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, I should be fine with it. Unless my rolls keep getting crappy. No, wrong, Adora.
Nice.
All right. There's a little ball that rolls like a marble between your legs, and as soon as it's right in front of your face, it explodes and blasts sleeping powder into your face. But you power through it. You waft it away from your face, and you see what looks like a very thirsty teenager reaching for the barrel. He assumed the sleeping powder would work, and he lunges for it. How do you react?
I take out my short sword.
Alright, are you going to start a combat, or are you just going to knock him aside?
I'm going to try to intimidate him because taking stuff is bad.
Alright, roll intimidation.
Nat 1.
Ha! You're not as scary as you think you are. Come on, give me the ale. What do you need all that ale for anyway?
I have sword. I take out my sword. Get away from the barrel.
He pulls out a long dagger and he goes, I haven't had a drink in 2 days, and I'm thirsty, and I don't care what it takes to get it.
Those words might be your last.
I'd rather get stabbed than die of thirst in this hellhole.
Alright. Start combat?
Starting combat. Alright, he goes first and he lunges with his long dagger. And he crit fails. He tumbles over, stabbing the dirt and bumping into you. His back is prone. You have advantage for your next turn.
Alright. Now I want to non-lethally bonk him in the head.
Roll for hit with advantage.
And so I'm just like bonking him with the hilt of my short sword. I don't have any of those things. I think I bunk.
You bonked him pretty solid. Him and all 3 of his HP go down hard. But since you called out in advance that this was a non-lethal strike, he just drops to the ground, drooling, possibly concussed, but definitely not dead.
I want to set the water of one of my horse feeds right next to him as he's unconscious, like in his hand, and then continue with the barrel.
Why didn't you just offer that while he was awake?
Don't question me.
All right. So as you're, oh, I forgot to mention this. While you're walking away, you remember walking past a quest board that is specifically for registered adventurers. So as you're returning to the Copper Moon Inn, ale in hand, you go through these kind of quests in mind and wonder if any of the others would be interested in them, or if you should keep that information to yourself.
Here's the ale. I set it next to the bartender. I don't really need the gold, so just reimburse me, I guess.
Well, you can either take the 10 gold, or I can just offer you some free food.
That'd be great.
Alright. Well, I'm not going to give you any bread. That's our most expensive item. It's 5 gold pieces for a single slice, and God, remember the days when it was 5 copper pieces for a whole loaf?
Yeah, this drought has been really sucky.
I'll tell you what, the fermented meatloaf is very tender, and you look tired. I think it'll do you some good.
Thank you.
I can vouch for that meatloaf. It was very delicious.
Don't you just love, paying 1,000% tip for a meatloaf?
Alright, do you tell the party members about what quests they could go on if they registered, or do you keep that to yourself?
I go talk to Joseph and like, hey, you see that quest over there? That's like bounty Griffin Kingsbane, right? For 75.
I look at it and I'm like, it catches my eye, but what catches my eye more is the Rexland Orphanage for Fraud.
No, that was the one outside. You haven't seen it yet.
Oh, so you're just pointing me to one we've already seen?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Have you seen that? You see that one over there? Well, I saw a board outside in the guild hall that had it marked for 100 gold pieces. Wonder if it's a discrepancy or something.
Well, it might be for like a certain guild or a certain person paying for it.
It might be.
Anything else caught your eye with that board, or just that?
Yeah, there was a thing called dino racing.
Dino racing, as in we bet on racing dinos, or we ride them?
Didn't get a close enough look. It just said dino racing, and it was for 175 gold pieces.
Hard pass on that.
A cornfield, the Ovana cornfield. It was like 150 gold pieces.
That's intriguing.
No one investigates corn.
But I want to investigate the corn.
Anything
But
else?
listen, trust me, if I know anything about the Iron Fist Barony, they're a bunch of wads.
How did you even know it was in the Iron Fist Barony?
I'm from around here. I know which cornfield you're talking about.
That is
I
true.
guess you do.
Bandar has been to the Ovana cornfield many times.
It's
There was-
kind of where I end most nights.
There was an orphanage for fraud that was up. It didn't pay too well, but seemed interesting.
Let's go help the orphans.
Jonathan's eyes kind of dart your way, like, really? All right, I'll be interested.
I mean, I need a good day for the month. Might as well help some orphans.
Hey, half orc over there, covered in leaves. Do you want to join us? And we're investigating an orphanage.
Don't really care for the children, but sure.
You heartless fuck.
We might need some help. I mean, at least it'd make the pay even, just 5 gold for each of us. Now, you kind of sound like a pedophile there, elf. I do not look like a child, says the 4'6" man.
You do look kind of like a child.
I'm not a child, dwarf. You're shorter than me.
But I got this beautiful, magnificent beard.
I can't grow one, alright?
So you are a child.
No, genetics.
Joseph's just gonna put his hand over his face and kind of shake his head slowly.
Xavier's gonna start regretting agreeing to them.
Anyways, let's go. I saw it in the guild hall, so we might need to go there.
Alright, that sounds good. As Joseph gets up and
Alright,
that was a
so
good question.
are you all going to the guild hall to inquire about that quest?
Please.
Yes.
Alright, as you all make your way over to the guild hall, you can see the quest board itself is in public view, but it's got a disclaimer on it in bold letters that says, "For guild members only." And you are a relatively large group, so people are willing to give you just a tiny bit more elbow room as you shoulder check and elbow check your way to Soto's office. You can see that Gregor, he is right where you left him, sobbing, and except this time holding a fresh bottle of rum.
Okay, guys, let me handle this first. I walk into Sato's room. I'd like to inquire about joining the guild.
Okay. Let me look at the thing. You just have to pay a 5 copper registration fee and register your real name and your address. So here's the paperwork.
Are you okay, sir?
I am falling apart inside. I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, you know what my church always says. The outside, you when you use for outside hurt.
I didn't want this job. It was forced upon me. They kicked the old one out, and I was elected, but I didn't even volunteer. I don't want to be here.
Okay, we might need to deal with that later, but for now,
Drink
orphanage.
lots of booze to forget about your problems. It's worked for me every day of my life.
Okay, I give a sheet of the paperwork to everyone.
Alright, so all of you pay a 5 copper fee. If any of you don't have any money, someone else will have to spot you. And then you'll have to write your name and address on the form, which you will then tuck away in a filing cabinet.
Yeah, I'm just going to pay 2 silver and 5 copper to the man and just pay for all of us.
Alright, you now have access to guild quests, and you now earn full price as opposed to the reduced price you would get at other taverns if you picked up a quest over there.
I'm going to falsify my name for identity's sake, and I'm going to. I don't have a address, so it's blank.
Yeah, same here. I'm just going to I'm going to I'm going to use, since I am slightly wasted, I'm going to make my handwriting from a back half of all the information in the worst handwriting I can ever imagine and just blame it on I'm drunk.
I will mark down my house in the poor district.
Write Xavier and the address I just write anywhere.
Okay, so is nobody putting down their real name and address?
No, I'm putting down my real name and address since I do not want to lie. Because that's a bad.
And I don't live in a specific area, so anywhere.
Okay, I will make a note of that.
John Doe is my name.
Wait, I thought your name was Joseph.
I didn't say that in character.
It's Joseph Doe, obviously. That's what Joe is short for, John.
Who is Joe?
Joseph is short for John.
And John is short for Joseph?
Yes.
Odd.
The mental gymnastics are great. Of
So,
course you write down Mary Sue.
it's like an evolution line. It goes from Joe to John to Joseph.
Pretty sure that's how it works. Alright, so do you all, now that you have all picked up the actual quest itself, you have just a tiny bit more detail as to what you're actually investigating, which I'm pulling up for you as we speak. So, as you have the time to actually pull up the description, get the actual flyer in full, you read that a new orphanage was opened by the king, and they owed a very large amount of debt when they first opened it, and it was suddenly paid off all at once in a large lump sum. That's very suspicious, and they want someone to go check it out.
The orphanage might be a front, actually, thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the king would start a mafia, though.
Who did the orphanage? Who did the old?
I'm sorry, what?
Who did the orphanage owe money?
The orphanage was opened as they took out a loan directly from the king. The king subsidized it by paying half of the costs. The other half were just indebted to them, and they were to repay them back later. They were late on their payments over and over and over again, and then suddenly paid it all off.
All right. Who's the person paying for it, like who bought the place and who paid the large sum.
Let me pull that up really quick. The woman who opened it, her name is Sandra, and that's all the information you have from this little flyer.
Well,
Where is it? I'm not seeing it on the map.
It's in the poor district.
Alright.
I assume the king would like to investigate this, so I might as well.
Jonathan's a bit suspicious and curious, like, I'll check this out too. This rubs me the wrong way.
All right. So as you approach the orphanage, you see that there's just this increasingly bad smell the closer you get. And as you walk inside, you can see that there is a closed bolt holding it shut from the outside, but when you push it, it opens. The bolt appears to have been cut. When you walk inside, you see a handful of children and dirty, unkempt beds. They all stand up and just stare at you without speaking.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a friend. Joseph's gonna look a bit concerned and surprised.
The children standing up in the background don't speak, but you blink and there is a child in front of your face glaring at you.
I don't like in general, but creepy ones are the worst.
Alright, I'm getting definitely some bad vibes here. I want to use my...
Am I seeing anything particular, Zeno, through my glasses?
What glasses?
Glasses. My special glasses for my item.
1 moment.
I'm going to use my evocation to detect magic, so I'm assuming his glasses does the same.
It doesn't.
Ah.
As you put on your glasses and you look through them, surprisingly, you see absolutely nothing. As far as you can tell, as far as your magic can discern, this is a completely ordinary orphanage, and I don't know why you're concerned about it.
So I detect
by
no
the way,
magic.
Zeno, I always have my glasses on.
Gotcha,
Since,
I'll keep that in
they're
mind.
Alright, so there's no magic, and he sees nothing strange from his glasses, so this is definitely offsetting. Joseph's just gonna look at the kid and be like, is Samantha in, by any chance?
Samantha's always in. My name's Cody.
That's too deep of a voice for a kid. I'm going to go now.
You hear scraping from the kitchen, and as you turn around, you see the image of this boy. He appears to be the only one with any real common sense in this place. He's got a laundry basket on his hip. He's got a frying pan with butter and bacon on it. There's a pot of water boiling, and he is sweating profusely, turning side to side. There's a small, 2-year-old toddler that tries to run by that he just kind of gently nudges the kid away with his foot. He looks exhausted. He has no emotion and no color on his face.
Do you know where Samantha is by chance?
Yeah, Samantha, who's Samantha? Oh, shit, did we lose a kid? Oh, tell me we didn't lose a kid. Do you mean Sandra?
No, they're... Yeah, Sandra, the person that leads this place.
no, she's in the back. I'd show you to her, but I've got too many things going at once. And he damn near gets tackled to the ground by a 3-year-old.
I go to the back.
All right.
I'm gonna follow.
So it takes you guys a while to get to the back. It's a surprisingly large orphanage with about 30 or so kids. Adora, as you look at the children, none of the children have any blood on them. And which kid are you talking to when you ask if
Blood
they need help?
in them.
Oh, blood. What?
Blood in them. Blood, period. Do they have blood?
Yes. Yes, their bodies, their little meat sacks, their tiny adorable meat sacks contain normal blood. Who are you asking if they need help? All right. He's going to hand you the laundry basket so he can focus on what he's cooking. He goes, "Thank you. I really need a second set of hands here. Sandra has not been helping at all. Like, I know it's not her fault, but, like, I cannot do this. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Billy. Billy Barat, the creepy one glaring at you in the corner. His name's Cody. We don't really know what his last name is. He kind of just showed up, so we call him Cody Harmless, and he seems to respond to that. We've got a lot of kids here. I don't actually know what all their names are. Look out for Hannah. She likes to tackle legs. And, yeah, if you could talk to Sandra and make her better. She hasn't left her bed in like 3 days, and we're all kind of worried." Yeah, there's laundry that needs to be done. We've got food that needs to be prepped. Oh my god, we just got groceries, but it all needs to be prepped. If you could do like literally anything, I would be so grateful.
Oh, we're here to investigate.
So, Xavier, you are correct. You are here to investigate Sandra, and as the rest of you make your way to the back with skinny, malnourished, very creepy children just sort of glaring at you as you walk past, you go to the back room, and you see there is a deathly ill woman, skin and bone, shivering under 2 thick wool blankets in 120-degree heat.
Got anything for this cleric?
Did he even follow us?
I'm a cleric, not a doctor.
Hmm.
So is that what clerics are, kind of?
Kind of. Does anyone want to make a medicine check and figure out what's wrong with her?
Sure. Yeah, my medicine is decent.
What's your medicine?
I'm gonna poke around and actually see if I can't find anything of interest. See if, to help explain what we're trying to figure.
Okay.
Oh wait, I do have lesser restoration. Never mind.
Jesus.
Okay, Xavier. So with a DC 16 medicine check, you're able to, you don't know the exact condition, but you know the symptoms. She has dizziness, fever, muscle pain, muscle spasms, confusion, and just, despite being in this exhausted, dizzy state, you find her randomly irritable and lashing out, like violently, like foaming at the mouth, just attacking anyone who comes near her. You think she has some sort of infection in her brain, but you have no idea what it is.
Okay, so from what I can see, it's either
I
rabies.
cast lesser restoration on her.
Does lesser restoration cure diseases?
Yeah, it
Yes,
cures
it
most
does.
disease.
One disease or condition.
Okay. So as you, from 5 feet away, because she is just clawing at anyone who comes near her and drooling foam, you cast it, and you can see that she starts to she slowly, very slowly starts to calm down. You have to hold this spell for a whole minute, just because it's a very severe condition. But she eventually relaxes, calms down, guzzles a glass of water, and sits up and looks at you.
Yeah, so I was gonna poke around while they were doing that. So that's my roll for invest.
Yeah, we're going to put you on hold while we talk to you, Sandra. I'll circle back to you in just a bit.
Gotcha.
But yes, I will get to that in just a moment. So, Sandra is now awake. She's sitting up. She's got some water. What do you do?
So, how did you pay off the orphanage?
Straight to the point.
Well, I just, came into some money. I've been squirreling.
How?
Well, I've been squirreling away some savings. I didn't make any payments because I wanted to pay it off all at once.
That is not very good.
I mean, it's not very sound accounting things.
Yeah. You gotta snowball it. You gotta do the small payments one at a time. Just build it up.
Well, after the orphanage opened, no one's paying for these kids. We rely on donations. So I was just gathering donations.
Look, woman, it's clear that you're lying. Just say how you got your money.
I am not a liar. I am the most honest woman you'll ever meet. They wouldn't have trusted me with all these orphans otherwise.
Yeah.
Xavier, you think she's telling the truth. Gregor, you think she's lying.
I know. Seems legit to me.
Not to me. So, how did you come upon such a large amount of money in such a short amount of time? I know that you weren't squirreling around away savings. Just tell me. I'm not going to hurt you or anything.
We get donations. It's like I said.
Who donated the money?
Donations are anonymous.
All right.
But you know who got the money. Who gave you the money? Tell me.
Like I said, donations are anonymous. Look, it's really rude of you guys to come poking in here. I have enough on my plate, and I don't like your
We cured your
accusations.
illness. We cured your illness. Now talk to us. So, walk me through the donation process if it's anonymous.
Well, Enzo, the Jarl of Rex City, Enzo Dominique, he is the one who collects donations for various charities, and he sends his little boy to deliver them, and he's been delivering me steady streams of income, and definitely not a lump sum all at once, because that would be strange, and then I paid it all off, and there's nothing weird about it.
Insight again. Or is that 17 enough to tell that she's definitely telling bullshit?
Let's have you roll again just for funsies.
Can I roll again too?
Sure.
I have a passive insight of 17, and I'm just browsing around looking. If I hear this, I'll immediately think bullshit.
Well, between the two of you, the story doesn't add up, but it also, you can't figure out why she would lie about how she came up with the money. There's no clear signs that she's made any deals with the mafia. You don't see any traces of that, at least as far as you can tell with your passive investigation. Meanwhile, Joseph has been diligently investigating. And you go down to the lower level, down to the water boiler, the wood fire boiler, and you find that there is a locked filing cabinet.
Locked, you say? Well,
Good thing we have a rogue.
I'm gonna unlock it.
All right, roll it. Roll sleight of hand.
All right, and as I go to lock it, I pull Morgan out of my back bag and say, "Keep an eye out and be out if someone's coming."
Morgana dutifully runs to the stairs and keeps a close watch.
All right, so I am proficient with thieving tools, and plus I also have the gloves, so it says double proficiency. So what do I do with that?
Okay, so it will be 1d20 plus your dexterity plus expertise, aka twice your proficiency bonus.
So it'd be 6.
Yeah, I believe all of you have a +3, so you'd get a +6. So whatever your dexterity is, add that on top. So, can I have you roll that? I'm not sure what your dexterity is.
My dexterity is a 1 with my proficiency of 3.
So roll 1d20 plus 7, please.
$15.
Alright, with a 15, you're able to relatively easily open up the filing cabinet. And you can see there's a medical files for all of the children, as you would expect. But there's one file on there that you don't immediately recognize. That says Enzo Dominique Jr.
Alright, I'm gonna take that file and save it for later for research, so that way I can, that way I'm not reading it here and getting caught. And I'm gonna close it back up and lock it.
Alright, with the thieves' tools still inside, with the tumblers still lifted up, you simply twist them, it locks back into place, and you retrieve them, and join the others. Now, Adora, you were helping out Billy with all of the household chores. I would like you to make a sleight of hand check to do a whole bunch of miscellaneous chores that require your hands all at once, very quickly. So you're able to put the clothes in the hand cranked dishwasher. You're able to run that thing, put them outside on the dry rack. You're able to help with the cooking. You take a massive chore load off of poor Billy, and as the food is done, the laundry is done, the what appear to be like physician prescribed herbs, like medicinal herbs, are all correctly sorted and dosed out for each of the kids. You see him just throw his back against the wall, slide down, and let out this big, relieving Is there anything you want to say to him before he announces that dinner is ready?
Will there be booze?
No, this is an orphanage, says Billy.
Good thing I brought my own then, as he brings out the jug again.
Billy's going to say, I feel so much better. We are having some chicken on the bone. Someone needs to cut it up, and for the love of God, do not let Cody have the knife. Aside from that, anyone can cut up. Anyone over 10 should be good to cut up the chicken.
Cody the Heartless, huh?
Why can't it be this Cody?
Just ignore Cody. I know he's different, but if you don't acknowledge it, it goes away.
Which one is Cody?
Weird looking kid.
Cody is the blonde kid with spiky hair and hazel eyes. that has just been glaring at you and smiling creepily this entire time. He is also, while all the other kids are in kind of like dirty, drab, old, used clothes, you see that this kid is in a very nice polo and tie, with dress shoes on.
Okay, yeah, Bandar immediately whispers off to someone else. Yeah, this kid's possessed by a demon. Any kid that can wear
Not a demon.
that wants to wear dress shoes is clearly possessed by a demon.
Not a demon.
5 gold, it's a demon.
5-year-old, it's not a demon.
You're on.
You're on.
Jesus.
There is genuine silver. Billy is wearing a genuine silver cross around his neck, tucked into his shirt. So if you need silver for anything, that's where you could potentially obtain it.
Good to
It's
know.
a where, Cody.
Good to know.
Oh, where, Cody?
At least his name's not Brad.
His name is Chad.
Joseph's gonna eye up and down.
No, I mean Cody. I mean, if he was a Brad, then his behavior would be appropriate.
Yeah. Maybe a Kyle.
Is there any like toys or anything I could probably get my hands?
You see that the smaller children, like the ones aged younger than 10, do have what appear to be donated toys. They're toys that either are the wrong size, they're for the wrong age or gender, a handful of teddy bears, all of which are torn in various places. Only the really small ones are actually playing with toys. The rest are just kind of in this sort of dazed state.
Huh. Okay, so that changes my plan completely. Huh.
So, Joseph, did you find anything while you were snooping around?
Joseph just gotta look at Gregory like later.
Alright.
Well, I know one thing. That Cody kid is a demon.
Not a demon.
Agree to disagree.
You know, I'm gonna
Or
step
at least he's
outside get
possessed
some.
by one. That's my running theory.
You know, I'm gonna step outside and get some fresh air, and I think I let Morgan out to run around for a bit. And I start walking
Yeah,
out.
I need some fresh air as well.
I'm gonna start walking out the door, and as I pass Cody as he's diligently staring, I'm just gonna kind of look at him, smile, and sleight of hand this kid. See if he's got anything in his pockets.
All right, roll it. As you walk within his line of sight, he laughs and goes, "They call me harmless." You believe them, don't you?
Sure, I do.
You have very smooth skin.
That's not creepy at all.
He moisturizes.
Is this kid gonna be the similar to that one guy that's like he puts the lotion on the skin or else he gets the hose?
Moisturize me.
All right. So as you pickpocket the kid, you find an incredibly valuable ruby amulet with a symbol of a battle axe on it.
Is this like a holy symbol?
Holy is not the word I would choose to describe it.
Oh.
Good old symbol of glue yet. Woo!
I'm sorry, who was right and who was wrong?
Who was right and who was wrong? I was right, not demon.
Hold on.
He's holding an unholy ruby. What do you think that spells out?
Anyway,
Not a demon.
It's
it's
demon
like
related.
I got that.
Demon related, but not a demon.
And it's only Gregory following me.
Okay, so Joseph, as you and Gregory leave the room, Xavier, Bandar, and Adora are still in the room, and you can see that this kid is just staring at you with these horribly malicious eyes. And as soon as Joseph gets 30 feet away from the child, you see him start to slowly melt.
Oh, we see that, right?
He starts patting down his pockets. Shit, 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 shit! No, no, no! Thief! Pickpocket! Ah! You see this child's skin fall off.
Bring out my holy symbol, and I am just, like, may the power of Dionysus compel you.
I look at the kid. Is he noticeably more rose tinted?
This terrifying child has all of his skin fall off, and you see a fully dressed goblin beneath.
You know what? You owe me 5 gold.
Joseph's just kind of glare at this goblin, then kind of just turning sideways, pull out his crossbow, loaded, and pointed at the goblin, like,
Yeah,
"You
I
have
agree. I pull out my
5 seconds to explain."
I have nothing to explain to you. Give me back my amulet. And he starts looking for the exit, and he's eyeing that broken window pretty heavily.
Should I shoot him?
Move.
Well, he's not, like,
Actually, you know what?
giving me attention. Can I cast Entangle?
You want to cast Entangle?
Since he doesn't notice that.
Yeah, if you want to cast Entangle on him, what roll would he have to make?
Strength, right?
Yep.
Goblins are not very strong.
Does a 9 meet that save?
Almost. Now he's entangled. Look, goblinoid. I don't care what you are. Why are you in an orphanage?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's why you in an orphan.
You in an orphanage.
That's none of your business! My contract is my own! Get out! Leave me be!
But where'd you get it?
Well, you're the one that's currently being in my vines, so I would say it's kind of my business. Now, just answer the question.
I'll never
can you
tell
do?
you who I work for! Oh, the worm speakers are gonna have my head for this. Oh!
I want to
Jonathan,
dunk him
hold-
on the head.
Ow!
Did you hit him?
Jonathan's gonna hold up the ruby amulet and kind of look at it and look at him like, this must be very important to you and valuable. It would be a shame if I dropped it.
No! No! Don't! It's made of glass! It's not real ruby! And it's also not mine! Give it back! They'll have my head!
So whose is it really?
No one's!
I say the name from that file.
Enzo Dominique Jr.
Yes, I say Enzo Dominic Jr. Is that the owner of this?
Well, I don't know who told you that, but obviously they were liars, and liars lie, and I am not a liar, and you were a liar, and let me go!
Can I roll insight on that?
Do you need to?
Honestly.
I want to for
I'm gonna fire a bolt right by his feet just to scare him a little more.
Bandar, you know, you've got this strange itch in the back of your head that tells you this goblin, disguising himself with the flesh of a child might not be 100% honest.
figured.
So yeah, I fire a bolt right next to the goblin's feet just to scare him a little and look at him going,
Ah! That's some spicy booyah!
so, tell us what we need to know, and the next shot goes a little higher up your leg.
Look, don't kill me. You don't have to kill me. I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Then why are you here?
I was just here to watch and report. I am a scout
Reporting to who?
to Enzo Dominique Jr. If you want something, you'll want it from him. That greedy little self-righteous twat.
Where is he?
Where can we find him?
He's in the Jarl's longhouse next to the castle.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Well, that's convenient.
Darling?
I don't recommend visiting him.
God would like to know that there's a goblin in the middle of an orphanage.
Look, it's not important. I was just here to keep watch, and I would never hurt any of these children or the beautiful Miss Sandra.
Why was she ill in the first place?
I don't know. I mean, maybe she was bit by a squirrel. You know, scratches can be contagious.
You know you
A
are a
squirrel.
terrible liar.
What, you think I scratched her? I don't have any claws.
Goblins are known to be very sneaky, treacherous, and malicious creatures sometimes. Maybe you poisoned her?
Who, me? Nah. You can count on me. I'm a trustworthy guy. This is just a side gig. We all need gold. We all need bread. Come on. Yes, Adora, he visibly has claws. His dirty, yellow, fungal infected claws.
Oh, so definitely, yeah. This.
If you don't have any diseases, why do your fingers look like they have pet shrooms on them?
Look, I'm a goblin. They're supposed to look like that. I'm actually meticulously clean.
Joseph, should I knock him out?
Oh, I was gonna put him to sleep with a spell, but if you can knock him out, that'd save me some magic.
Yeah. I donk him on the head with the blunt of my short sword.
Seeing as he is a goblin and also tied up in your level 5 adventure, I'm just gonna say that works and not make you roll for it. He is unconscious.
Alright, should we take him to this Jarl's place? I have enough room in my backpack for him.
Here's what I suggest. I say we take him over to the guard and explain the situation, and maybe maybe have them take it, because this seems a little out of our pay grade to talk to the Jarl and Dominique guy or whatever.
Well, turning him over to the guards would help, and it would definitely catch this guy. Eric, I'm going to say, Eric's attention, but I have a different approach, and I have something for us all to read and study up, if you're all interested.
Sure.
I'm quite fond of reading. What do you got?
I'll bring that up when we find a nice quiet place out from watchful eyes. And it should help the children if we play our cards right, Adora. However, we do have to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to investigate and scout and figure out entry points for the castle for this specific location where we can find the elf.
Well, luckily we carry him over there because I think I have just the thing that will help us in this situation.
Oh, also, Bandor, pay up.
Well, I mean,
Goblins are not demons. Come on.
What if I hand you over these nice, fine clothings?
How about you hand over that nice 5 gold?
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have it yet.
Gregor gets out a sheet of paper and writes down IOU for 5 gold and hands it to himself. Okay?
Works for me.
So now just exchange that for gold when you have it.
Mhm.
And since you said we need to go to the castle, I know someone there who might be able to help us.
You know, this is kind of out of our pay grade for 25 gold pieces. Let's just go to the person who assigned the quest, turn it in, all that jazz. Tell them what happened.
Well, if that's what you want to do, then guess I'll take the goblin and head to the castle myself.
I have the goblin in my backpack.
But wouldn't it be easier to not carry him at all? Let's just say I have a few resources up my sleeve as I whistle.
All I'm saying is that this is above our pay grade for this specific job.
Then why not just hand over the goblin?
Actually, thinking about it, it'd probably be better not to hand over the goblin being
Well,
as...
look, it doesn't matter what we
He
do with the
could- oh,
goblin. I
look.
have an easier way to transport him than just put him in a backpack. And I whistle once again very loudly.
What are you fucking calling over?
Cheddar!
I swear to God, did you name your horse Cheddar?
Is that a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference?
Just wait.
Is it a huge corgi?
Maybe.
Oh my god,
Oh, no.
this better not be.
Alright, you've been talking for a while and the goblin is starting to wake up and he's starting to roll around and I don't believe anyone ever said they tied him up.
Yeah, I took him into my backpack.
You can hear a slight unzipping sound from your backpack.
Do you want to be knocked unconscious again?
He pulls down the backpack lip with one claw and looks at you and goes, "Hey, look, it's cramped in here. You got swords, you got pointy things, like, come on!"
Now I have all the pointy things on my body. You can't lie to me about my own...
Ah, come on! At least tie me up and let me walk like a dignified humanoid.
No,
Yes,
You want to be
that is so dignified.
I don't
also-
want to be seen as a slaver.
You could either ride in the backpack or you could ride on the back of Cheddar.
Oh, God.
I don't know who Cheddar is.
Cheddar, remember my homebrew thing?
Fucking, hold on.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you introduced Cheddar to the party yet, have you?
No, because, we haven't exactly had the chance to use him yet. So basically, as
So basically, as
a giant dire corgi comes running in our general direction.
Oh my...
No. No, it's such a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference.
And that's a picture.
Incredibly cute, but such a Brooklyn Nine reference.
Hey, baby.
Isn't it a cute little armored corgi?
Oh my god.
So fucking
Hey,
fluffy!
baby.
Well, that's interesting. Zeno, what would you say that corgi's CR is?
Don't you dare.
I'm not gonna kill it.
CR30.
Shut up. So, Zeno,
Why would you think it's a CR3? It's a fat corgi.
30.
30.
CR3.
CR30.
Alright, now you guys
Obviously,
can
that's a
take-
Tarrasque.
Clearly!
so what would you give it, Zeno?
It's about the size of a large mastiff. In fact, aside from the design, it appears to have all of the features of a mastiff dog.
Fine.
Jonathan's just gonna be like this, like, okay, what do you plan to do with the goblin with cheddar?
Simple. Quick question. How much does the goblin weigh?
50, 60 pounds?
Okay. Does anyone have a really big stick?
I have a 10-foot pole.
Quarter staff.
Perfect.
Oh no, I see where this is going.
So I basically take the pole and I sort of get it underneath the goblin's ropes. And so I sort of like put it out in front of Chet.
So you've tied up the goblin, you've put him on top of Cheddar, and what are you holding in front of Cheddar?
The goblin. Attached to the pole.
Yeah, if you've seen Mulan with what she does with her dog, that's like the equivalent of what he's doing with Cheddar, the goblin. The goblin is the bone.
Okay, so... Oh, I see what you're doing. So the goblin is only like 20 pounds lighter than the dog. If you do that, the dog will fall over.
Okay, never mind then. So then... I'm just then going to sort of just have Cheddar face off at the goblin and give off his best I'm gonna rip your face off face.
He looks intimidated.
Alright,
Now,
so...
Cheddar here considers you a nice little snack. Do you want to be a Cheddar snack?
No, I'd much rather he just eat some ordinary cheddar. In fact, anybody got any cheese?
None for you.
Ah, you guys are the worst.
Feelings mutual.
So what are we gonna do? Just stand here all day and take the piss out of each other, or what?
Well, I'd
Well, I
rather
want-
much either throw you in the dry canal where we can get rid of you and dispose of your body perfectly, or turn you over, but I'd rather not turn you over, being as that would alert your boss. And we need to find somewhere quiet so we can talk about with these files.
Well, can we make it a tavern? I'm dying of thirst over here.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we can think of something to drink. Has Cheddar gone to the bathroom yet?
So gross.
I want the goblin to shut up.
I don't think you see your current position, Goblinoid. You're in no place to ask favors of us.
He just pouts and crosses his arms and shuts up.
Alright, what do you guys want to do? Because, if I'm being honest, I just want to hand over this goblin.
Find a quiet place to talk and review these documents.
Whatever you say.
If any of you have a house, you can go to your house. Otherwise, you can go to the inn. Or you can just find, I don't know, like an alleyway somewhere in the poor
I
district.
have house.
Huh?
I have house.
Perfect. Let's go there.
Alright, so you all meet up at Gregor's house to discuss what to do with the goblin and the file folder that you have not yet read.
Gotta tie the fucking goblin up to a post or something. Keep him bound so he doesn't run away.
You tie him to the table leg. It's a fairly sturdy mahogany table.
That is mahogany.
Alright, I then pull out the documents and I lay them open and it's like, this has everything we need to know about our target. What do we find in these documents?
So you look at the file folder labeled Enzo Dominique Jr., which all of you know from having lived within Rex City is the son of the local Jarl, Enzo Dominique Sr. He controls all of the local city level laws that the king is too busy to handle. They are extremely wealthy people, extremely nasty people, and just all around smug dickholes. Now, as you open up the Enzo Jr.'s file folder, you can see a list of the names and photos of each of the children, their body weight, a number, and then a number of milligrams. It looks like a dosing chart. That's the first page.
Oh yeah, already hating this guy.
All right, let's see. Drugging.
He's pumping him full of roids.
I wouldn't say steroid.
You remember that when you were back there, there were a large quantity of children who didn't speak or move. They just kind of stared blankly at you. Like that memory just kind of rushes back to the forefront of your mind.
Well, whoever's proficient in medicine might have an idea.
Not me.
Actually, you worship Dionysus, right? Maybe you do.
No, I'm not proficient in medicine.
Okay.
I chose persuasion, deception, history, and religion.
No, I'm saying, as a partier, you might have encountered this drug before, so I would make a one-time exception because it falls within the, drugs you might have taken in your youth. Or yesterday, I don't know your character.
So should I have my? Should I do medicine plus?
Just a flat medicine check.
Would I happen to know more about the guy?
That's a 7.
You're pretty sure you've taken a drug that did that to you, but you don't remember the name. Anyone else who's proficient in medicine can also roll to determine what this drug might be based on the side effects and the dosage.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I took this once. I just don't remember anything about it.
Then it must have been good.
All I remember is going into a casino with some of my best friends. We came out. One of us ended up on a roof. The other one had a tooth pulled out. And the other one ended up with a baby. We don't know what happened, and we decided not to question anything further.
Why the fuck not?
Reasonable.
Because on
Because honestly, you kind of forgot to keep holding the push.
All right, so if no one else has proficiency in medicine, we'll put a pin in that note and go to the next page.
Yep. Then I have.
Okay, so on the next page, you show it looks like an infograph, like a stat block, not of strength, speed, or wisdom, but of various household skills that they have. Like there are notes that says Billy, responsible, confident, shows leadership qualities, has proven can command 30 children. And 30 is underlined multiple times. And then you have in parentheses squad ? Platoon ? And you see the other children have similar notes underneath their names, like this one is good at cooking, this one's good at cleaning, this one can get their very tiny hands into tight spaces without hurting themselves. This one is particularly sneaky.
Me with my army of 30 children. Squad goal.
I hate you so much. I have so much hate.
No, he's not preparing a child army. He's making a child workforce.
Kinda seems like a child army.
No,
Good.
he's combing children for managerial tasks, and he's dosing them all up so that way they don't have to feel feelings and can do what they're told. It's so god.
The point of this, it does seem like they're being molded into something with that drug, and it seems that they're planning on using Billy as a possible leader. That's what I'm getting out of it. And no matter what it is, whether it be an army or a workforce, the unlikeliest option out of that, Brander, it's all both bad. These children deserve so much better.
Well, I'm just saying, is there anything about the other kids fighting each other?
It does not specifically call out combat, but this is also an orphanage where, fighting each other to the last drop of blood isn't a common occurrence when you're hungry and starving.
Bro, my orphanage used to have that. Not the soon, bro. We used to fight to the death all the time.
Well, then I feel pity for you and the rest of the orphans.
Me and the boys fighting to the death over some bread.
I literally just fought to the death to my family over a charger.
Zeno, and Daynor, can I be a boomer with you? I don't want to be in the same generation as Resident or whatever it right now is. I truly regret it.
Why don't you want to be in a generation with me?
Next
Yeah.
page.
Okay, boomer.
You said next page?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the very next page, there is a list of draconic sounding names with a number and then children.
Okay, so it may be an army.
It then says a loan amount, 300 gold pieces, due date, and that's the tomorrow's date.
Oh, so we gotta jump on this now.
I'm pretty sure this is a slavery situation.
Is there any type of address?
It just says there's just a tagline that says "Have the children ready and at the door by tomorrow's date."
Yeah, 100% a slavery situation. That's how she made all her money.
Well, this is
So-
complicated.
Is anyone else going to talk about how that logo is essentially toothless profile?
Yeah, that's literally just toothless.
Okay, fine. It's toothless. What do you want from me? I couldn't find any other cool dragon symbols that were simple and easy to remember.
Well, no, I get that. It's
Uh,
I'm just kidding.
Toothless, it's fine, no one cares.
Joseph's just gonna like, well, we have a few things. We need to stop this from happening, and we need to take it or Enzo down. So one of the things we need to do is scope out the palace, specifically the facility of which the Arl lives, and we also need to check out this place where this address.
Uh, Xavier is gonna say that he has to deport for some time.
Wow, man, deport yourself.
Give me a location for me to meet you guys again.
Joseph's just gonna look at Xavier, going, "That's awfully sudden and suspicious, especially after bringing all this stuff."
Well, uh, as said before, this is out of the pay rate, but if we're gonna do this, might as well get done with a few stuff beforehand, since it's gonna take some time.
I want to insight this guy. I am suspicious now. I think he's gonna rat us.
I don't know if he will or not, so you can roll insight all you want, but I don't know the answer.
Okay?
Well, I can roll and he can judge based off that roll, or I can use my passive.
Yeah, just roll and I'll tell you.
Wow, I'd rather use my passive. Fuck that.
Just nothing out of the ordinary. He seems like he's actually gonna go do something that he has to do.
Hmm.
And what do you mean rat you out? You've done nothing.
We are planning to freaking take down an Arl. Literally. It's
Arlo?
Yeah, we're planning on taking out like the third guy in command in the entire kingdom. Can you believe him
Yarl.
right now?
Yeah, makes sense. But nah. Uh, so yeah. So,
I'm a gamer.
where should I meet you out afterward?
I guess just my house again.
Alright, seems well. Yeah. When I leave, end game, I'm still here, and I'll text Zeno what I'm gonna do.
yeah, yeah. I'm not liking this fucking one. Alright, so we need to scope out these areas. Who wants to scope out what? No volunteers? Alright, Adora and
Well-
Mander, you go investigate this this address. While Gregor and I go check out our target's estate.
Gotcha.
It's too slow on the typing. Yet slow to respond.
What's a Malleus?
Alright.
He's not in here.
Alright, so we're basically dividing and conquering any objections to this. I'm expecting one here in a second. No, cool. Why are you typing slow, or why are you slow to respond? Jesus Christ. I literally paused for a while to give you a chance to type.
Listen, you're typing. We can't listen to you.
Object. Listen here.
I gave you more than 3 seconds.
He gave you a good solid 10 seconds.
No, 10. Like, literally, you had the chance to type the way you've been typing.
I mean, if you really need to know the exact amount of time, y'all can just watch the stream later and count the seconds. But I also don't give a shit. I just want to know what y'all are doing.
Well, I mean, I was gonna go and go investigate the address since I actually do speak Draconic. And this seems to be like a Draconic-based sort of army thing. So, I was gonna follow what Joseph said and just go investigate.
And I recruited Adora to go with Banter, but Banter seems to be wanting to object while Gregory and I go to the estate, so...
No, I'm not objecting. Adora's objecting. I don't mind.
I know, I was saying Adora's objecting.
So one of you is going to the longhouse, and where's the rest of you going?
To scope out Enzo's home, basically at the castle palace.
So, if you look at the map, the Jarl's Longhouse is not in the castle. It is next to the castle. That is where Enzo lives. So, there's the Longhouse where Enzo lives. That's the, where the Jarl is. And then, is there any place aside from that that you want to investigate? If you want to investigate the castle, you can, but that's not relevant to the quest at hand.
Well, I want to go for the longhouse, and I volunteered at Bander and Adora to go to the address of where they were going to have the kids get taken.
Well, they said to meet them at the front door of the orphanage. So you guys were already there. So do you want them to, wait at the orphanage?
Oh, that actually works for you, Adora, so yeah, fuck it, yeah.
So your characters have one day. You could probably investigate the longhouse and be back before day's end.
Oh yeah, we're doing this at night. We're gonna fucking... I'm planning a fucking infiltration and robbery or sabotage, whatever it takes to bring this fucker down.
Alright, so you guys wait till dusk to make your move, I assume?
Well, we're gonna scope out the places now, but yeah, we're at dusk. We're going to actually go for...
Yeah.
We need information on how we're going to approach our mission. I feel like I'm confusing Zedar and making it more complicated.
No, that's fine. So yeah, if you want to scope the place out now, just tell me what you're doing and when you're doing it, and I will accommodate that. But you got to be specific. You can't just say, I think I want to do this, ... That's not enough.
Alright, I'm taking Gregor with me to the Jarls, and we're going to scope it out. We're going to find possible infiltrations. We're going to see if we can't, figure out where his room is, where his library based office, basically a place where we can find documents or anything.
Okay. So, as you go up, the Jarl's Longhouse is right next to the castle. And there are guards that patrol. If you look at the map, you see where there's that castle fence. So there are guards that go from all the way from left to right across that map. They circle around the longhouse, in front of the castle, around the embassies, and then circle back around. And they are groups of 4, and they all kind of rotate. There's maybe a few minutes where there's no guards at any given point, but at the call of a bugle, they could all come rushing towards you. They walk in groups of 4. There's 16 in total.
Well, holy shit. This is some tight security. I'm going to basically have sit down and behind cover and tell Gregor, keep a sharp eye out for anybody coming at us. If somebody comes, tap me. And I'll let Morgan
Right.
out of my bag, and I'm going to see through her eyes as I send her in to go scout ahead for us. Let's see, how far can I see?
All right, so I'm actually
Within
gonna
100.
put you guys on hold. Apparently, Xavier wants to talk to me. Okay, so what do you want to do? I don't understand. You said you want to report to your king, but you don't have a king.
Bro, you forgot that I work for King Rex?
No, you don't.
Yes, bro, it's in my backstory. What you mean?
I'm looking at your backstory. I don't see it.
I started working for him after the generals who opposed him attacked my.
You said you were going to fight for the good of Rexland to avenge your fallen brothers and kill the commanders that attacked your school.
I remember saying I work for him. Truly, thoroughly, however you say that word.
Okay, so if you work directly for King Rex, then you can absolutely talk to him about the goblin situation and everything you found. But obviously he's not going to be down for murdering a Jarl. So what exactly do you tell him?
My king. Well, as I was checking the board, I saw a quest for an orphanage that you had opened recently. I went and investigated. I found a goblin there, hiding, working for Earl. What was his name?
You guys never ask.
Somebody said his name on paper.
Oh, the Jarl's name? Oh, the Jarl's name is Enzo Dominique.
Jarl Enzo has been conspiring in the orphanage. I suspect from what I've read that he might be buying children as slaves. What would you like to do about it?
Well, if it is as you say, then this is a job for the guards. I'll have security arrest the Jarl and his family and investigate the place. Don't let anyone go anywhere near the Longhouse, or they will be arrested on sight. This is a matter for the law, and the law only.
As you please, my king. And I'll leave, and I'll try to look for the guys.
I remind you,
No,
I know your intentions are good, but if any friends of yours are caught snooping around our property, they will be shown no quarter. They will be arrested and tried.
as you say.
Alright, now go. Bring me this goblin and leave the rest to me. All right, I'm back. All right, so Xavier returns to the group. What do you guys say and do?
We are not where we are, so he's at the house by himself. Gregor's house. We split, so he never got a job.
He's gonna leave and head to the longhouse.
Oh, this will be fucking great.
All right, so you, Joseph, you said you and Gregor were scoping out the longhouse from afar, right?
Yeah, right now we're in hiding because I need to. I don't want to be seen. Plus, I'm sending Morgan in to scout ahead.
Okay, Xavier, I'd like you to make a perception check against Joseph's stealth check to see if you can find your friends and reunite with them.
20.
You have no idea where they are.
Well, I'm glad they aren't here.
All right. So, Xavier, you do not reunite with your friends. You just wander around looking for them. You cannot find them. Joseph, I would like you to roll for stealth for Morgana.
All right. All right. So what? 20 plus. She is not a very stealthy kitty.
With the passive perception, the guards immediately see this cat. They block the cat's entrance and sort of shoo away the cat, threatening the cat with their swords, but just sort of shooing the cat away, not actually striking. Morgana retreats and comes back to you.
Damn, I was gonna have her play cutesy. Yeah. Okay.
Can can I yell for?
I mean, if you want to start shouting for them, you certainly can.
I'm not gonna start. I'll just say it once. Joseph, and whoever you're with, or if anybody's here.
I can't hear shit. Morgana can hear me as a see-through, but I personally cannot hear shit and cannot respond. +4. I thought it was +2. Yeah. Oh, stealth plus. It doesn't matter. The roll is still low.
All right, so what are you guys doing now?
Well, if Gregory has some ideas, if anything, I'm probably just going to have Morgana try again in a different approach. If she fails, and we'll have to think of another way.
So I'm letting you know in advance that I will kill your cat. Like, I'm not saying your cat is going to die. I'm saying I am willing to kill your cat.
Yeah, she's a familiar though, so I can bring her back, but she's probably going to be unhappy for the death if she does.
That was very firm of Zeno.
Like, I just don't want there to be any shocks or awes or arguments or offense taken. Like, no. I'm letting you know in advance that depending on the actions you take and the roles that you receive, it's possible for this cat to take a crossbow bolt to the neck. Not saying it's gonna happen, I'm saying it's possible.
Yeah, I'm fully aware. If it was like an actual pet, my character, I would be tempting fate, but familiar, their risks can be taken.
Fair enough. Alright.
Never familiar. Zeno, take it out.
Alright, rolling for stealth again.
The cat gets all the way to the door where there's a and gets just past almost to the doorway before nearby guards immediately catch the cat and be like, "I thought I shoot you!" And they fire a crossbow bolt near the cat, not at the cat. Be like, "Hey, shoot! If I see you here again, I will put a bolt through your neck. Shoot!"
Yeah, I immediately tell Morgan to come back, and I freaking disconnect. Like, well, that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to find another way to scout that place.
And since Joseph is not connecting anymore, can he see me?
Not actively looking for you.
Yeah, just passive.
I gotta go for a second.
Alright.
I mean, you guys can find each other if you want to. It's kind of up to your own action. So, like, Joseph is currently in hiding. You can probably see and hear Xavier because he's wandering around nearby looking for you. So if you choose to ignore him, you can.
Ignore. I don't trust it. You left in the middle of a kind of like a heist plan. What do you expect me to think?
Bro, just whatever you want, man.
Alright, we're going to put you guys on pause and give you a chance to sort of come up with a plan. And I'm going to hop on over to Adora. Xavier, are you going to give up looking and go back to the orphanage? Or are you going to stick around and look for Joseph and the others?
Well, since clearly I got no responses, I'm gonna go try and find anyone, just some other person. So I'll go to the orphanage.
Okay, so Bandar, Adora, and Xavier all meet up at the orphanage. You see that Billy is preparing medicinal herb supplements for each of the children, dosing them out based by body weight.
May I ask where the rest of them are?
Billy is in the kitchen. The kids are in the playroom, and some of the kids that are a little bit more dazed are kind of just standing up on top of their mattresses, staring at the wall like creepy little fucks.
All right.
So, he's preparing medicine. Does anyone want to talk to Billy, talk to the kids, interact with the dazed kids? What's your plan here? You've got time.
I want to talk to the party.
Alright, unless Adora and Band are ignoring you and intentionally hiding from you, you meet up with them. You go up to Billy and say, "So what are you doing there?" Billy says, "Well, Sandra says we've got to give all these kids all of these supplements. I don't like it, but she says it's for their own good. I honestly don't even know what they do."
Oh,
I don't know. Sandra says that the fact that they are dazed is the reason that they need more medicine. It's some sort of illness that she says she's treating them for.
Crying so hard. Don't say anything.
Look, I'm just trying to do what's right for these children. If she says it's good for them, then it's good for them. She just said that it's a strange and rare illness that the physician hasn't even created a name for yet. I don't know what it is, and I probably wouldn't understand it if she told me. I don't know. There was a very well dressed man with a red mask on his face who came to give us the herbs. I don't know his name. Sandra told me not to talk to him. If Sandra says it's safe, then it's safe. She's been with us through thick and thin. I trust her with my life. Oh, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He goes, "One moment, I gotta take my pills." He takes one of these herbal pills, throws it in his mouth, washes it down, and then passes out on the ground. His eyes are open and he starts to drool.
You dropped the ball on this one, Fedora.
Sure.
May I assist since I am there?
You can certainly try.
Alright. Dora.
Alright. So you're able to get him to his feet. He is non responsive. His pupils are dilated. His breathing is very slow and very heavy. And he's got this strange, creepy, slight smile on his face. And you can see that he's looking forward with his eyes open, but his eyes aren't focused at all. He's clearly under the effects of some psychoactive drug. As you tell Sandra that you need to talk, she is nowhere to be found. Make an investigation check. You find no clues to her disappearance. She appears to have apparated into thin air. Alright, Bandar, Xavier, what do you say when you find this out?
Bandar apparently said he had to be right back, so
I suppose I can go look for her myself, but I must tell you something. Adora, do you know where the whereabouts of Joseph and the other one, Gregor?
he's very much wanting to know where the fuck I'm at. It's not suspicious at all.
Well, I went to the king since this is a major matter, and he told me that they all is going to be arrested, but we should not intervene since it might get us arrested.
You're cut out. You said you spoke to the king and the Jarl was going to be arrested, and then you cut out. I need everyone who is at the orphanage to make a perception check. All right, so with a 15 perception check, Adora, you can see that the one of the toddlers, Hannah, has grabbed all of the pills and is trying to fit all of them in her face. Make a sleight of hand check to pull the pills away without hurting the child. She pulls away and swallows all of them. 30 pills.
Mission failed. You guys had one job.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to make a medicine check for me and perform the Heimlich maneuver, because I'm not making con saves. That would be 30 con saves.
Can I help
Yes.
see something? Okay. My medicine is higher. Should I do it, Dora?
You can both roll if you want to.
All right.
Alright, the two of you, as gently as possible, perform the Heimlich maneuver, and she just vomits up a whole bunch of like crackers and soup and toast and noodles and just all 30 pills in this big, stinky, gross pile on the floor. She immediately starts to cry. She's still sobbing as you take a napkin and wipe her face clean. And the more you wipe her face, the more snot and tears dirty her face again. So this is gonna take you a couple of minutes. Xavier, what are you doing while he's trying to keep this toddler clean?
Uh, Keeping my distance. I don't want to get dirty.
I'd like both of you to make a persuasion check to calm the child down.
All right. Fuck me, my charisma is negative too. This is because I'm professional.
Adora, the 2-year-old, kicks you in the shin and runs away and hides under her bed.
Well, I'm not the best with children, so that was to be. Let's just try and find the others and stop them from making a huge mistake. For as much as I do, I am afraid of them. I don't want someone to get arrested for doing a good thing.
All right, Xavier, do you want to make a perception check and search for Sandra?
Yeah, for who?
Sandra, the caretaker who mysteriously vanished.
Yeah. Before I leave, I'll do that. Help a investigation, right?
Yep. The only thing that you're able to discover is that she appears to have packed her bags. Her clothes, her suitcase, her coin purse are all gone.
Well, I will leave that information to Adora.
And we're going to put you two on hold and hop back to Joseph. Joseph, have you formulated a plan?
Yes, I'm putting on my phantom outfit so that way my actual identity isn't given away.
All right,
And
you do so.
I'm going to let's see. So I'm going to time this just right on the side of the building, and I'm gonna try to look for an open window, if anything.
Yes, it's a one-story building, and there are windows everywhere. They appear to be latched shut on the inside, but there's just enough room to maybe you could squeeze a tool in there. So you time it so where there's one guard is at the far end of the left-hand side, one guard is at the far end of the over by the castle with its back turned. You're far enough away to maybe you could sneak past the guard walking towards you from the west wall.
Alright, how far am I from the wall with the guards? Because I might have an idea, but I don't know their fucking health. That's what I'm scared of.
The closest alley to the longhouse is about 60 feet away.
Oh, that's perfect, actually. Fuck though. I don't think it's gonna be high enough, so I'm afraid of doing it. So I'll... Frick! I'll take my chances and I'll just stealth between them and try to get to the house.
All right, roll stealth. A troop
Wow!
as you dash to the window and try to wiggle your thieves' tools into the little latch and open it. The four guards coming southward from the west wall see you. They don't see your face, but they raise their crossbows and go, "Freeze!" They're about 120 feet away.
Yeah, out of range of my sleep. Well, fucking, I'll hold my hands up and let them get close enough just so that way, once they're within 80 feet, I'll cast sleep on both of them. That's all I got.
Which they are going to do if you don't put your hands up and surrender.
I did. I said I was going to put my hands up and I'm going to let them get close enough so that way I can cast sleep on them. I'm gonna let them get within 80 feet of me and cast sleep. Because that's all I can fucking do.
Okay, so as you put your hands up as if to surrender, they keep their light crossbows trained on you and walk towards you. They are now within 80 feet.
I cast sleep. That'll be a 2d8. I don't think it's gonna be. $12.
You put one of the 4 guards to sleep.
Well. Fuck, what can I do about the other one? I don't want to get loud. I don't want him to get loud. I am terrible at strength, so this... There's so much going wrong here.
Alright, we're rolling for initiative, because you just cast a spell on them.
Yeah, I fuck. It's second level. I can only cast it at second level. Oh, no, wait. Oh, for an additional 2d. I read that wrong, didn't I?
Let's go back a step. Let's have you reread the spell and cast it again. You said you're casting it at second level, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, starting creature with the lowest current age. Each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses it in action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Subtract. Okay. Okay. It is not giving me a base D8. It's basically saying when you cast a spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, you roll an additional 2d8. Each spell slot.
You're not reading the
roll
description, though.
above.
You're reading the at higher levels. Read the description. It's the second sentence. This spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8.
Okay, roll 5d8 and it's plus 2d8 for a spell slot, every spell slot above. Alright, so... Yeah. I'm panicking, okay? That one threw me through a fucking loop. $23.
Okay, you're able to drop 2 of the 4 guards. The remaining 2 raise their crossbows and fire. Roll for initiative.
Fuck.
They get a 12. Alright, you go first. They are 80 feet away. Crossbows are trained. You are at the window. Thieves' tools are already in your hand. What do you do?
Well, I don't want to stay here and keep fighting toward the window, so... That's one spell slot gone. I'm going to cast Spider Climb on myself, and I'm running up the wall onto the roof.
Okay. Let's see. The roof is about 12 feet high. It's only a 1-story building. So you're able to, let's say it's 15 feet, just for the sake of easy math. So you use half of your walk speed to get on top. Now what?
Alright, so that's 15 out of 30. And I'm more on the roof or I'm on the wall, you said?
The roof is 15 feet above the ground.
Alright. And I got up there, so I'm going to... what can I see up here?
You can see the city in all of its glory. You can see the guards that are chasing you. You can see another round of guards coming around the corner very quickly. They will see you momentarily if you don't find a way to hide. And you can see the ones on the south wall are very far away. They're about to round the corner and be nowhere near close enough to help.
Alright, Is there a possible entryway on the roof or a place to hide on the roof? If not, I'll probably gonna make a bolt for it and make an attempt at a later time, because fuck.
Let me give you a picture of what a longhouse looks like, so we're on the same page as to what you're actually standing on.
Alright, because all I know is I'm on a roof and I'm not sure if there's anything on the roof.
This is what a longhouse looks like. It's obviously a lot nicer because this is a Native American longhouse. It's made with finer materials, but this is the general shape of the building.
Alright. So, guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the widest gap that's open to me from guards, because apparently they're all coming around where they last saw me, so that gives me an exit, if you will. So I'm gonna run that way, away from them, and as far as I can away from the longhouse till I'm safe.
Okay, so you're at the apex at the so you've run up the wall. You're standing on like that 45-degree angle plane downwards, and they are on the left side. So are you running over to the right side to be out of sight? Because if you hop back on the ground and run, you'll still be within your line of sight. You can still run away, but you would not be hiding. So are you going to the other side of the building?
Oh fuck! I keep forgetting to hold the fucking So, yeah, I'm gonna run over to the other side of the roof. Are there any guards that will see me there?
At the moment, there are no guards there. You're in an alleyway, a very wide and well-lit alleyway between the longhouse and the actual gates of the castle.
Perfect. I don't know if I'll be able to hop down just yet, but when I get a chance, I'm gonna hop down and I'm gonna try going through one of those windows to try to salvage.
Okay. So, you used your action to cast a spell, half of your movement to get up, the rest of your movement to get on the other side. I'd like you to make a stealth check and eliminate yourself from their line of sight as they all try to get around and find you.
15.
All right. So you roll off of the roof and underneath the roof tiling, underneath the overhang, and you just kind of cling there, using your acrobatic talent to just pin your hands and feet against between the overhang and the actual wall.
Nice.
So as you end your turn, the guards rush over as a group of two, and they're looking around, actively looking for you. And they don't immediately see you on the roof. They don't immediately see you on the ground. So they're going to spend a bonus action to actively perceive you and try to find you.
See me, don't see me, don't see me, don't. Oh.
They don't see you. You are well hidden within the shadows under the overhang.
Thank God.
All right. They end their turn. They walk about. They're about 15 feet away from you with their backs turned. They are standing between you and safety. They're like on the south end of the longhouse.
I want to wait a little longer for them to get further before I make an attempt to try and enter the house.
All right, you can hear the guards start calling out for backup. It's going to be a while before backup can actually get there, but more guards are coming. This is going to become a very dangerous place to be in a matter of minutes. You do not want to be here.
Ah, perfect. Thanks to spider climbing, thanks to where I'm at, I'm just gonna roll my ass back up onto the roof and stealth onto the other side. Fuck you all if they're all going that way.
All right, so keep in mind, there's 4 guards on the west wall. They just rounded the corner. They're on that side. So I'd like you to make a stealth check because you're going to be rolling right into their line of sight.
Oh boy, here we go. Natural 20.
All right. Make a sleight of hand check to open the lock and get inside.
What the? Oh, come on, I have thieves' tools. This is.
You drop your thieves' tools on the other side of the window.
Mmm. Yeah, this is a bad day, isn't it?
Your thieves' tools are gone. More guards are coming. You're hidden for now, but not for long. What do you do?
Cut my losses and run. Time to go. I'm probably gonna have to get another set of thieves' tools later.
All right. So with your nat 20 stealth check, I'm going to say that you can run from cover to cover without being seen. And by the time you get back to the wall, you can see there are now a total of 12 guards are surrounding or near the entrance of the longhouse, with 4 more on their way. They've taken their action to wake up their friends who have fallen asleep.
Pooh.
Fan out! He couldn't have gotten far. You 4 in the building. You 4 fan the city. The rest of us will stand guard by the entrance. Move!
I immediately gotta get further away and eventually change out of these clothes. Fuck.
Alright, as you are chased by a squad of 4 guards through the city, I'd like you to make another stealth check to stay out of their line of sight as they are actively looking for you. And apparently they have a +2 to perception. I did that wrong on the previous check.
Another nat 20.
Never mind. You are able to make it back to the orphanage and meet up with Adora and Xavier. So you are all together again. What do you do?
I walk in going, well, that was terrible. And I'm in my normal clothes too, so it should change. Didn't get any information I could.
I'm there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're all at the orphanage now.
Well, I'm glad you're safe. I tried looking for you, but I assume you didn't see me.
Well, I was too busy trying to be hidden.
Makes sense. Well, I was searching for you to tell you that, well, I went to the king and I reported the Jarl for his crimes. So we can wait and see what happens.
And you. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, I was done.
And you went there without any proof or evidence, and he took your word at face value. And you believed him.
Well, we can wait in the orphanage and see if people still try and sell those kids, I'll be here to stop.
I'm gonna look around and see what's going on with the orphanage.
All right, make an investigation check.
Wow, what the fuck is going on? Avery is out for us on some of our rolls.
Hey, you just got 2 nat 20, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Hence why I said some of our rolls. All
So-
those 20s were on step.
All you're able to determine is that Sandra is gone and Billy is asleep.
The hell happened here?
Well, I truly don't know. I found some of Sarah's packed stuff, and I assume she tried and to escape, but I can't be sure.
And you couldn't figure out where she went, and what? Adora, you and Brander had one job.
Are you here?
Do we lose Adora too? Shit, losing everywhere. I'm about to leave here in 30 minutes.
I think this might be.
Adora did. Wait, Adora didn't even say where I. Oh, so Adora, then fucking respond.
All right. So you weren't able to sneak into the longhouse. It was too well guarded, and your cat nearly got a crossbolt for its troubles. Your friend Xavier is telling you that the king is going to take care of it and to leave it be, but there's a whole lot of creepy shenanigans going on that you just, on a spiritual level, don't want to leave alone. So at the moment, you can either try to invade the longhouse again at night, or you can wait here until morning and confront the people that you know are coming to collect the children.
Oh, we can't do both at once, so if anything, we're probably gonna just have to keep the children safe and then deal with the one thing at a time.
That's if the king doesn't deal with their himself.
Or if that's if the king isn't part of the problem.
King's skeptics.
I'm skeptic of every noble and ruler. Anybody with power and money in their pockets tends to abuse it.
But you don't know the king well then.
You're right, I don't. But I don't know you either, and you left while in the middle of a plan and claim to be working for the king and have reason to believe the problem will be solved. So I am very skeptical of you as well. And I look over to Adora going, and how are the children doing? As I look at the kids.
So as you ask, you can see that Billy is on the ground. He looks passed out except his eyes are open, and also the 2-year-old is crying in the corner. And Adora says they may have been drugged.
You went over the review of the information in that file. You had one job. You couldn't prevent them from taking the medicine?
While you and Adora are talking, there is a 5-year-old girl that walks up with some sort of glass bottle, and she looks like she's trying to read the label. Adora says, "You didn't let me read it. All I did was make sure the kids were okay. He took it before I could stop him. Get off your moral high horse and figure out a way to stop whatever is happening."
Joseph says, "I read it aloud. I shared every information. Even Xavier here, who went to the king," and I'm going to look at that glass bottle real quick.
As you read the label on the bottle, it says ketamine, dosage 1 horse, 30 pills.
I showed this to Adora. Kind of give her a look of, "You fucked up."
Side effects may include a trance-like state, pain relief, sedation, and memory loss.
Yeah, they were definitely molding these kids for something. Most likely the army. I tossed the bottle to Adora. Let her take a look, and I am limited with my abilities, and you were the one who wanted to come check on the kids. I say this was under your hands, not mine. I gave everyone a job. Everyone a job.
I don't think this is anybody's. We weren't here when this started, and we can't really blame anyone for it.
Okay, quick question. Was she here and she saw a child take the medicine? Preferably Billy, I'm assuming, being as Billy's right there.
I'm assuming, knowing her for the short time, she tried to stop.
I look at Adora for that answer, and I respond going, "I was doing exactly what I said, and it was a bust. I'll have to try again later." But obviously Xavier thinks he has it handled. We can still talk to each other, unless we plan to make rolls. I say you want to avoid my question.
He has no reason to.
Sure he does. He wants to be like Vasudin in the other campaign where he's wanting to wash his hands of any mistake.
What about washing your hands of mistakes?
Nothing. Still kind of having a little talk with Vasudin about some bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything. I'm making speculations and guesses and asking questions. And waiting on your response.
So while while Joseph and Adora are arguing about whose fault what is, it slips into your mind. Where's the goblin?
Mr. What?
The goblin.
Well, obviously, I think we left it at the house while somebody said that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's watching the goblin.
Nope.
No one's watching him.
I'm sure that's fine.
Jesus Christ. Was that in character, or was that you just telling me that I was simply stating a fact?
In my opinion, let's not let an in-character fight turn into a out-of-character fight. I think your characters have both made their points about whose fault is what.
Yeah. But I don't know. It just bugs me that people like to throw accusations on other people for their mistakes. No,
Look,
that's a personal. I'm not letting that get to me now. I'm just saying it's a little.
I'm not gonna take sides in this, but
I'm not telling you to.
you started the accusations, bro.
I was saying
You
all that shit
started
in character
blaming
though.
Adora. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna get involved in this. I just want to talk.
Everything I said was in character though, so if he's taking it personally, that's
Okay, so children are in danger. There's some rich assholes who might get away with it. There's some creepy shit going on, and there's an unattended goblin tied up with ropes with very sharp claws and teeth. What do you do? Let's save some little beaches. These beaches.
Yeah.
all these children need attending to first. So, how much time do we have before the appointed time that was set on the paperwork?
It said they were arriving at dusk, and the sun is setting pretty quickly. You have maybe an hour or two.
Oh, we're gonna have to hide the kids here because there's no way we can get them anywhere else. So Joseph is gonna start gathering some children and finding a well-hidden location. If anything, I'll probably start knocking on some walls to find like a secret passage or something, or a place where I can tuck them.
All right, if you want to make a investigation check, you certainly can.
$20.
All right. You knock and you knock and you knock, and this place has been recently built. It was not built with any secret compartments, but you do show that Sandra has taken literally all of her possessions. There are footprints in the dirt behind the orphanage, leading outside, past the well, past the playground, and then there's some muddy footprints on the fence. The footprints are very deeply set in, so she was obviously carrying a heavy load. She's also taken all of the food with her.
Of course. Well, so no place to hide them secretly, so either we have to fight them or we have to take them out as quickly as possible.
I'm willing.
Too bad Bander isn't here with his corgi.
All right, is there anything you want to do in the hour and a half you have left?
Can I try and home alone it and make
You want to what?
home alone it?
You want to home alone it? You want to set up some
Yeah.
traps?
Yeah.
As far as hiding the kids, the only real place for them outside of the first floor is the basement. So if you want to cram them in there, you can. There's not a huge amount of materials to make traps out of, so I want to hear some really creative traps if you want this to work at all.
There is a kitchen, right?
Yes, sir, with pots and pans and knives and spoons and forks.
Perfect. I'll hmm. Well, I'll go to get a pot, and I'm making the what's it called? The cantrap that he made when someone opens the door. A huge pot filled with water destroys their face.
So you want to have a pot full of boiling water, splash them in the face as soon as they walk in?
Bro, I never said anything about boiling water. I just said water so it hurts much. Sure, boiling seems fine.
Yeah, boiling seems perfect.
Wonderful. I'd like you to make a sleight of hand check with advantage because there's no time constraint to see if you can rig this thing to fall on their faces as soon as they walk in.
Hmm?
Looks like a
Damn!
nat fucking 20 to me.
Alright, so you rigged that up. It's by which entrance?
There's only one entrance. There's a back entrance, but it leads to a fenced-in backyard.
Alright. I'm gonna drop 500 ball bearings right at that entrance. Like, so the moment they get in, they're getting splashed and they're gonna go tripping all over the place.
Alright, there's no check required for throwing metal balls on the ground, so you do that.
Nah, I feel bad for them.
Alright, so I have some string, I have I have oil. I don't want to do that, I might burn the house down by scratching that. Hmm. String, what can I use the string for? Maybe a tripping wire. Let's have a tripping wire and one of is there a door frame I can use?
There are two doorways. There's three doorways. The one in the back entrance, the one in the front entrance, and the one that divides the kitchen and the living room.
So it's just going to be Joseph and Xavier in initiative being as the door is opening. Although I don't think I have time for a combat round.
This is as good a time as any to leave for a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and get some people in here to participate for an account.
Alright, is there anything else you guys want to do before we wrap up this section? I've got some notes to take, I've got some things to prep, and I'll have a more detailed longhouse by next session.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure
Odds are we probably still need to set up a few more traps, but I'm limited on my inventory, and plus, I don't know what else I could do with it all.
yeah, makes sense.
Actually, you know what? Let's put string on all door frames, except for the one with the boiling water. I didn't realize I had 10.
Damn.
Well, there's three doorways aside from the one that leads to the basement, but you wouldn't want to string that up because that's where Adora and the children are.
Actually,
You know what? Fuck that. Make it harder for them to get in. And in fact, I'm gonna probably rig up a little a bell with the string to show that the people are struggling, so Adora knows.
So you're gonna ring up string and a bell through the basement entrance?
Yeah, I'm gonna tie up the trap door too, so that way it's hard for them to get in, and have a bell right on the other side, so if they're trying to open it, it rings so Adora knows.
and obviously we'll tell Adora beforehand that we put string.
Yep. Oh boy.
Alright, that was a lot quieter than I was expecting it to be. I was like, man, with like 6 or 7 people, I'm not going to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, surprisingly. Well, Dora had to type for most of it, and Bander and Xavier had to pop in and out occasionally, and then eventually Gregor left. So basically, it's a bunch of in and outs for the session.
I enjoyed the session, and I
It,
talk a lot, but I always listen.
it was a jumbled mess.
Alright, well, I had fun, guys, but I'm going to sign off now. I'll see you guys later.
Later.